Hey folks, we're here with my good friend Coach Dave Daubenmire. I've been a huge fan of Coach, and in fact on the mornings you get up early at 7 a.m. and Coach is on Facebook or Google
YouTube,
Google Talk
yeah,
and everything, and every morning he is just hitting it hard, doing some great devotions, some great Bible time, and I've truly grown spiritually. And in fact, some of my articles have been written based on some of his things that I'm learning early in the morning
Amen. It's all good.
on Pass the Salt. But Coach, awesome conference. What have you been thinking about it?
It's been really great, Ray. And one of the, by the way, thanks for being here, man. The time and effort you put to be here. It's not easy for anybody. It's a sacrifice for all of us to get here. And
Yeah.
so I appreciate that. Here's where I am. The Lord's really kind of been impressing this on me, Ray, for the last, I don't know, probably month or so, for us to come to the realization that we're counterculture. I mean, we are, brother, we're right back where Jesus started. And whether we know it or not, Christianity was birthed out of rebellion, wasn't it? A righteous rebellion. Jesus coming against the establishment culture. And America's flipped. From the time I grew up in the 1960s to where we are today, it's been a total coup, a flip that's taken place. And so we used to be our country established on Christian principles. People went to church. Prayer was in our schools. Imagine there's no heaven. John Lennon flipped that thing upside down on us, Ray. And that's where most people are today. Some form of Christianity. Scripture says having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. That's what we see. So Christianity's become counterculture. And if we begin to realize that much of what you're seeing in your churches isn't real Christianity. Yeah. And so we have an obligation, those of us whose eyes are open, to stand up and push back and fight.
Yeah. No, I've been seeing a resounding theme here that we have a window of opportunity, we as Christians, and I'm calling, and I hate to say the real true Christians or because, but the washing of the blood, the remnant are here, and I'm just seeing a resounding theme. And have you been seeing that theme also?
I have, and here's what encourages me. I was here last year, Ray, and when I made my presentation, one of the first things I said, how many of you, this is your first time here? And Ray, it was almost everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we had 750 in here last year. We have 750 again, and they're not the same 750.
Yeah.
So it tells me that there's a great awakening that's going on out there. I don't know really what we're going to do with it. We have an opportunity. Donald Trump, I tell people, was a bouncer at the bar. He blocked the door and said to Hillary and that demonic regimen, nope, you're not coming in here. But he can't make America great again, right? Only we can do that. Church, only Jesus can make the church great again. And it could be the church's finest hour if we'll step up and grab the bull by the horns and run with it.
Yeah, I'm really seeing this. This is kind of a war of the laymen. And I know this sounds kind of hokey and everything, but it almost seems like it is truly a battle of good and evil going on out there. And in fact, you were at Washington, D.C. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, that was the war. We were there. I jokingly call it a million lesbian march, the march after the inauguration. So we were there for the inauguration, and then the next day for the women's march was massive. And it was very, very discouraging. I've done a lot of things, but I couldn't believe that the grandmothers who were there with their daughters and brought their granddaughters, some of them dressed like vaginas, holding signs saying, "My vagina fights back." All that. You're talking about granddaughters here. You know what I'm saying? And just the debauchery and see how far the culture has fallen was kind of discouraging to me, except realizing once again, it's a Christian counterculture. And here's what I see, Ray, when I go out into the world, they think they're Christians.
Yeah.
Or a form of godliness, right?
Yeah.
And we're the bad ones.
Yeah.
How dare you come here and judge us and point out sin, and who are you? Who do you think you are? And so, man, the ones that are out there who should be on our team, they're not really on our team.
Yeah. So it's you're hitting the abortion clinics. Let's talk a little bit, because you and I have been doing a lot of talking about what do we do to put a plan in place. The enemy is organized. The enemy is got his plan together. They are in rank and file and everything, whereas we as Christians seem to be just battling with each other and arguing with each other.
Arguing over doctrine and theology
and
and
all this stuff and flat earth and all this other junk and everything. We're wasting time while the enemy is getting organized. We need organized. What's some things that you see that we need to do?
I call it paralysis by analysis. And by that, for those of you football fans, you maybe would understand this. When the offense lines up against the defense, the guy has to figure out who he's going to block. And a lot of times just before the ball snapped, the defensive lineman will move. The offense isn't allowed to move, but the defense, he may slide over, and somebody may step in. There's adjustment to make. We always told our guys, listen, not paralysis by analysis. Quit thinking so much and hit somebody.
Yeah.
Hit somebody. You won't be wrong if you hit somebody. And that's kind of the approach that we're trying to take it, Ray. Rather than trying to figure out, is this going to matter and can we do this? And we don't want to, we don't want to go out and beat the air. We don't want to do that. We want to be strategic in what we do. But we're trying to help men in particular realize that you can make a difference right where you live. You can make a difference right where you live. And just go before the Lord strategically, see what it is He'd have you to do. The whole Target thing we started that,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
one guy with
man.
a cell phone, and look what happened with that.
Blew up. Just one man.
Because as the old saying goes, you and God are a majority, right?
Yeah.
And so, folks, listen, God works through people. We would love Him to do miracles, but a lot of times He empowers us to do that miracle. So we're going to have to get off our couches and get engaged.
Tell me about the sacrifice. You keep in your speech the other day talking about how we need to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Expand upon that a little bit.
Again, the Lord sometimes, the Lord said to present your body a living sacrifice. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? It means, first of all, that you die to yourself. Right? I'm a dead man, crucified with Christ, so I'm dead. And so now I'm going to present my body to Him a living sacrifice, meaning this. I'm going to go where it's uncomfortable. I'm going to speak where it's uncomfortable. I'm going to say what's uncomfortable to those who don't want to hear it. Because why? I am a sacrifice for my Father, who then will speak through me. And when you go, remember the scripture says several times, I'll never leave you and I'll never forsake you, right?
Yep.
Well, we got to take Him at His word.
Yeah.
And if we go, then we become that sacrifice that He can move through. And I've done a lot of crazy things, Ray. And sometimes when they're over, I go home to my wife and she says, how did it go? And I say, hey, I did it. I don't know. I'm not responsible for what happens. I went and I did it. And you find out 6 months later, 7 months later, that did in fact make a difference.
Pass the Salt Ministry. So what's happening at Pass the Salt? What things you got going on? Where are you going to go stir the pot next?
Well, I look at my schedule 1 week at a time. For those of you close to Ohio, we're having on May 19th and 20th, we're bringing L.A. Marzulli and Russ Dizdar into the Newark, Ohio area. Love for you to be part of that. It's cheap. It's only $29, and we've got campground set up that people can come to. But rather than organizing things like that, Ray, we do boot camps and different things like that. I like to run to the roar, brother. And the call of my heart is to train, equip, and mobilize men for the work of the ministry. And I'm really proud of our guys who played a big part here at the conference. They were up for the prayers last night. They went to the altar and prayed with people, and they handled the communion this morning. And we're just trying to show that this doesn't have to be done by professional Christians.
Yeah.
Guys like me and you can make a big difference.
Yeah. No, a lot of your guys been, walking around helping and volunteering, and
they're hooked, brother.
Yeah.
They're hooked.
And I've been seeing it. People walk up to Mike, hey, what can I do? How can I help? It's big encouragement.
Because I think a lot of churches are dying, Ray, for men in particular. They see no purpose of church. They don't want to be an usher. They want bigger things in their lives.
What can men do? Because again, we were talking about a lot of times men just don't. Christianity has become so watered down. Churches have become so watered down. Pastors aren't really doing their job. What can men do to start on this path, the manlyhood, and living a right life and being a true man of God? Because again, a lot of guys just aren't equipped with the information. So
listen, dude, you can't live off your wife's faith. You can't live off your pastor's faith. You can't live off your mom and dad's faith. You got to make your faith your own, right?
Yeah.
Make your faith your own. And when you make your faith your own, then take ownership of it and do something with it. And we try to tell our guys, listen, go to our website, CoachDaveLive.com. We got a lot of good manly stuff on there, a lot of videos. Start a Bible study in your house, for heaven's sakes. You say, well, Coach, I don't know. What would I say? Well, play a video. Play one of the videos that we have. Play a video that Ray has. Find a video and play it and get a group of guys around and take a 6 or 7 minute clip and play it and then say, hey, guys, what do you think? And start a discussion where men will begin to understand that their faith matters. What they think and what they say matters. And begin to build, for lack of a better term, a downline. Get your own downline going. Where the group of you can come together. your faith will grow, your connectiveness will grow, your manhood will grow, and your purpose in life will expand beyond what you can ever. This is simple, but it's just a matter of doing it, brother.
Yeah. I appreciate your time. Do me a favor, give me your website so people can go to it.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff there. Coach Dave Live. Great, simple. I'm Coach Dave Live.
Okay.
CoachDaveLive.com.
Awesome, bro. So thank you so
Appreciate
much.
all you guys do, all you do, Ray. I know that you're walking through a rough patch right now, but brother, you're going to make it on the other side. It's going to all be good.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the encouragement and everything. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And goodbye. God bless. And man, it is an honor to serve with you.
Amen, brother.